All right, today we are doing number 34 on page 56 of our Reveal Geometry Volume 1 textbook. The problem says, find the coordinates of the missing endpoint if B is the midpoint of line segment AC. And it gives us the coordinates for A, which is an endpoint, 1, 7, and B, which is the midpoint, negative 3, 1. So what I did on my sheet of paper is I drew out a diagram. Now we know that because it's on a coordinate plane, it's not going to be a horizontal line, but that's okay for sketching purposes. You just want to give a visual. So I drew my line segment out, and I labeled my points that I was given, A and B. Remember, we're looking for C. I also labeled my points to be able to plug it easily into my equation. So I gave A as 0.1, so we have x sub 1 and y sub 1. C is, since it's our endpoint, is going to be x sub 2, y sub 2, and B, our midpoint, is always denoted with x sub m, y sub m. Now our formulas for finding midpoint are as follows. To find the x coordinate of your midpoint is xm equals x sub 2 plus x sub 1 divided by 2, because we're finding the average of the two endpoints. And then you do the same thing for your y coordinates. Y sub m equals y sub 2 plus y sub 1, all divided by 2. So now all you have to do is plug in the information that you've been given. Do we know xm? Yes, we do. It's negative 3. So negative 3 equals x sub 2. Oh, we don't know that one, so we leave it as x sub 2 plus x sub 1. That's our number 1. And we divide that by 2. So now we have to get x sub 2 by itself. The first thing I need to do is get rid of this 2 that's in a denominator. So I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by 2. Our 2's are going to cancel out, which leaves us with 2 times negative 3, or negative 6 on that side. And we just bring down everything that we left in our numerator. Now my next step is going to be to subtract 1 from both sides of the equation. This will cancel out my 1's and leave me with negative 7 is going to be our x sub 2. Now we're not done because we still have to find our y's. So doing the same process we did here with our y coordinates. Do we know what y sub m is? Yes, we do. That's going to be the number 1. Equals y sub 2, oh, we don't know that one, so we leave it as our variable. Plus y sub 1, that's going to be our number 7, and we divide that by 2. Again, first thing I need to do, multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of that ugly fraction, and that leaves us with 2 times 1, which is 2, equals y sub 2 plus 7. My next step is going to be to subtract 7 from both sides so we can get that variable by itself. Negative 7 and 2 equals negative 5. So 2 minus 7, right? Negative 5 equals y sub 2. Now we have our x and our y coordinate. So your answer for point C equals negative 7, negative 5. You could also count the difference between the endpoint A and the midpoint B. Moving from 1 to negative 3 would be 4 spaces on our number line. So 4 spaces moving to the left, because we were moving to the left here. 4 spaces to the left from negative 3 on a number line is going to be negative 7. If you do the same thing with your y's, 7 moving to the left, 6 spaces to get to 1. So from 1, we're going to move 6 spaces to the left, which gives us negative 5. Same answer for the same thing. Good luck.